Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Robbins Center on the campus of the University of Richmond for our Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Preview Edition. I'm with University of Richmond women's basketball coach Michael Shafer, beginning his 14th year at the helm of the Spiders, and this might be a year like none other, Coach Shafer, because of the number of fresh new faces that you've got on this year's team. 6 freshmen, 9 newcomers altogether. What's both the excitement level and also the challenges of having that many newcomers?
Well, I think the excitement level is obvious. Basketball season started, and I think that's for if you're a basketball player or a basketball coach, that's the obvious thing. With the new kids and the new faces, I think they're just excited because it's all new, and anytime you get a shiny new pair of shoes, you want to go run and get them dirty. So I think that's what we're doing. The obvious with the what are the challenges is with 9 new faces, they don't know necessarily where to go, what the drills are, what the expectations are, and so we're just trying to be a little patient and teach them the ropes a little bit and get them moving as fast as they can and performing as well as they can at an early stage.
No seniors on this roster, so who do you look to for leadership both on and off the court from this team?
You know, I think the obvious answer would be Jaide Hinds-Clarke. And then Alex Parson, even as a sophomore, is kind of stepping into that role. And then we're looking at Deja Ruffin, who is a grad transfer from Alabama, who has been through the ropes at least, at other places. And I think that's important that she at least understands college basketball.
Looks like you have some height on this team as well as some players who can play that guard position, correct?
The positive is we've gotten taller, we've gotten longer, we've gotten quicker, we've gotten more athletic, and we've gotten stronger. And if you ask any coach, that kind of knocks them all, checks them all off. So I feel really good about that. And we have depth, which is something that, knock on wood right now, we still have, and it's something we've been sorely missing. So I'm pleased to be able to throw 15 players out there and have a spirited practice.
Team was competitive last year, won a game in the A-10 tournament, and then battled number 1 Dayton really tough in the Atlantic 10 tournament. The numbers that surprised me a little bit was the home road record. Last year. It was pretty much the opposite of what you'd expect. You were 10-3 on the road. If you could duplicate that at home, you'd be on your way. What do you have to do this year to kind of not necessarily turn that around, because you want to keep the away record as glossy as it was, but to be more competitive in every game?
I not to make excuses at all, but I think when they're on the road, they're more focused. I think when they're here, there's some distractions in terms of academics and things on campus that they focus on, that their minds are on, because I think at Richmond, one of the things that draws student athletes to Richmond is that they have options. You can be an important member of the student body. And I think our players take advantage of that. And then when we get them away from campus, it's strictly locked into basketball. They're doing their schoolwork, obviously. And I think that's part of it. That plays into it a little bit. Now, that being said, we have to change that. We have to shift that focus. So as a staff, we've talked about how are we going to do this? What are we going to do to get the basketball team, when they're at home, perform up to their expectations? And so we're working towards that.
Well, the season opens at home on Tuesday, November 6th against Georgetown. So lastly, Michael, how excited are you for that? And how much, with all these newcomers, do you want more time before November 6th actually arrives?
What's interesting, I actually told our team this after the first day. I said, the best thing that could happen to us is that we played yesterday. We played a Division I basketball team. I don't care who it was, because we would have gotten our rear ends kicked. And we need it, not because we were going to lose, but because they need a point of reference as quick as possible. And it's really hard as a coach. I know we know as coaches what that point of reference is. It's just hard to share that and for them to really buy into the idea of, oh, I get it now. So if we could have played a game on the first day, that would have really helped us move towards the November 6th date. But honestly, the effort, the attitude has been contagious. It's been a lot of fun. The 9 new faces have been a lot of fun, and there's talent out there, which, as a coach, that's what you want.
Looking forward to tipping it off Tuesday, November 6th, the Spiders home against Georgetown. We'll be sure to print some extra roster so the fans can figure out who's who. Michael, thanks.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Robbins Center at the University of Richmond for our Atlantic 10 Women's Basketball Preview Edition. Really pleased to have a couple of the Spider, what I would call veteran players, with us today. Junior Jaide Hinds-Clarke and sophomore Alex Parson. And the reason I emphasize that they're 2 of the more experienced players is because of all the youth that is being served on this year's Spider team. Jaide, I'll start with you. What's the fresh approach that you guys have because of so many newcomers to the roster?
I think because we have so many newcomers to the roster that there's a new energy that comes with this team. I think the mix of old and new is very important in terms of what we've been doing tradition, but we also have to change some things. So I think it's been very powerful to have so many new faces on the team.
No seniors, no full-fledged seniors on this roster, so how important does that make your role as a leader, as a veteran junior?
I think because we have no seniors, it kind of puts the pressure on everybody to just do their job. So I don't think my role is any different than anybody else's in terms of we all just have to contribute and do what we have to do.
Alex, I'm sure there's an excitement level to having new players. You were one of them just a year ago. You're not anymore. So let's go from excitement to challenges. What are the challenges of incorporating so many new faces, so many new players into the way the Richmond Spiders play basketball?
I think we have so much to actually put in and so much for the freshmen to actually pick up. So right now we're emphasizing breaking everything down, and hopefully they'll catch up on plays, defense, and just the energy that we bring to practice, all of it, just getting all the little things and then implementing it into game time situations.
As I said, it wasn't that long ago that you were the freshman going through this, so how much can you kind of guide them knowing that you were just very recently going through the same thing they're going through now?
Pretty much, I would say helping them on the court, telling them the little things that, like in my position as a point guard with Claire and Anaya, our new point guards, kind of just telling them how to run this or what to do and other options out of our particular plays, and then also just, I guess, guiding them along. And, you know, we get on each other, the coaches get on us, but at the end of the day, like, we are your team and we're here to help you. So
now, what is new for you this year is you can't look on the court and find your sister, Michael Parson, who graduated after last year. What's that been like not to have her on the floor with you this year?
I think I'm starting to realize that I have to be more of a leader, step into that leadership role, and just actually guide everybody, all the freshmen, be more responsible on the floor, be more accountable, and do my job.
Jaide, this team was pretty competitive last year, and if you break down the record, the road record was really good and the home record wasn't quite as good. What do you have to do to kind of get over that hump and be just as good whether you're at home or on the road or on a neutral court?
I think with anything, there's always going to be challenges, whether we're home or away. But I think it's going to be on us to kind of create that energy when we're home, as well as when we're away. And I think a lot of the change that I've seen from freshman to sophomore year is the fan turnout, which has been incredible the past season. And we're just hoping that that continues and that'll fuel us and excite us for each game.
One of the positives also of last year was at the Atlantic 10 tournament. The Spiders did win a game, very competitive against number 1 Dayton in the A-10 tournament. I don't mean to look that far ahead.
Yeah.
You guys have probably peeked ahead a little bit. What's the challenge to get even further over the hump this year?
I think because we are so young, there could be some challenges, but at the same time, we have so many new faces that I think a lot of teams might not know what to expect. So I think for us, looking ahead, it's just that everyone does their job, we're going to be fine. And I think we have enough competitive energy on our team to do that.
Alex, lastly, what's the excitement level as you tear each day off of the calendar and you get closer to Tuesday, November 6th and that opener here in the Robins Center against Georgetown?
I'm ready for it. I'm excited. You know, we're a month away, so just looking forward to it.
We are too. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Get to practice. Have good practices, and we'll see you for the opener on Tuesday, November 6th against Georgetown. Alex Parson, Jaide Hinds-Clarke with us. Our Richmond Spider women's basketball Atlantic 10 preview.